gonna be Dana White looking for his balls.
Hey, I'm UFC President Dana White, and we're always looking for up-and-coming talent to sign. Back in the day, I used to scout the world looking for new talent, but I haven't done that in years. Now I'm back on the road, I'm looking for fighters, and I'm bringing two of my favorite people with me. Matt Serra won the Ultimate Fighter, and he also became the welterweight champion of the world. He now trains some of the best fighters in the sport out of his gym in Long Island, New York. Dean Thomas is a former UFC fighter and was on the Ultimate Fighter Season 4 with Matt Serra. He's beat some of the best guys in the sport. Serra, Guida, Pulver. He's with the American top team, and he's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And he's a lot of fun to hang out with. We're checking out the best restaurants, the coolest places to hang out, having fun, and then going to see some fights. I'm looking for the next Ronda Rousey, the next Robbie Lawler, the next Conor McGregor. I'm looking for future champions. And I'm willing to go to any show, anywhere in the world to find them. On this episode of Looking for a Fight, we're headed to Honolulu, Hawaii. We're gonna pick some pineapples, ride some mopeds, then go jump off a cliff. Then we're gonna go check out some fights at Trinity Sport Combat show. When we first bought the UFC, the sport wasn't sanctioned in all these different states, and really, the hot spot for MMA in 2001 was Hawaii. And I used to go there all the time and check out tons of great fights with all the best fighters in the world that were coming up at that time. Today, Rachael Ostovich is gonna come pick us up, and we're gonna ride mopeds down around North Shore, which is one of the most iconic places on earth.
Welcome to Hawaii. We're gonna get on these scooters. We're gonna head out to Matsumoto's and try the world's best shave ice. Everyone comes here. Every day you'll have thousands of people. Ooh. Are you guys ready for that?
Let's do it. Show us the way.
Cool. Let's go.
So we got to ride on mopeds through Hawaii.
Good, call shotgun, because I'm not going shotgun on this thing.
Me and Matt had the little squad car. You know what I'm saying? Gang with Matt Serra.
I'll tell you right now, it was fun to drive, though. It only went 20 miles per hour, but it was a fun little thing to go. Like a little go-kart.
This is closest to Sons of Anarchy I'll get.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Close, yeah. Fucking dorks of anarchy. What's up, man?
We're coming off the Rainbow Bridge. This is a historic bridge in Haleiwa. All right, we're coming up to Matsumoto's.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Pull up to the scene with the ceiling missing. Pull up to the ceiling with the roof gone.
Now, Hawaii is known for its shaved ice, basically ice with syrup on top, which seems very simple, but when you get it from the right place, it is unbelievable. I actually think it's better than ice cream. The word is this is the best place on the whole island.
Yeah, we started like about 68 years ago as a grocery.
No kidding.
Yeah, so then maybe 5 years after was shave ice, so.
Rachel took us to eat some shaved ice at Matsumoto's, and it was absolutely amazing.
All right, so how do you make it look pretty like that?
All you do is just pat it down until...
Look at me. Bam.
Right there,
You see what I'm saying?
Yo, the champ's got to wait in line?
And put a shirt on. No shirt, no service.
But I'm an artist, as you can see by my creation.
I'm used to the one, like the hard one, that like when you bite into it, it sounds like a chalkboard, it hurts your teeth. This was delicious, soft. This is really good, man.
You wouldn't think that ice could taste so good.
So this isn't even their busy season, and there was a line out the door, around the corner, 900 pounds of ice a day they shave. How many of these do you make a day?
We make, on a very busy day, we make up to like 15 to 1,600 shaved hours.
What makes this place the best? What's the difference?
Well, I would say that we do have history. We've been here for like 68 years. We have about 40 different flavors of shave ice to choose from. So I think that there's a flavor for everyone to enjoy. And I just think it's something that everyone can enjoy for like an affordable price.
Very cool. Well, thank you for your time and thanks for having us.
Much.
Awesome. This is your family's promotion. You guys put this card together. In your opinion, are there any younger guys that I wouldn't know about you think could be in the UFC someday?
Of course, we got a few of them. We got Jerome Macalino. He's very young. He's just turned pro. He's a little firecracker. We also got Lawrence Collins, dominant ground game, knockout power. I'm looking forward to those. I love the main, though.
I love the main event, too.
Yeah.
Alex Munoz comes out of Team Alpha Male. He's undefeated, 5-0. He's taking on Troy Lamson, who's 13-2. He's got 15 fights. This guy has 3 times the fight experience.
But not only that, he wrestled at Michigan State.
Oh, no shit. I didn't know
So,
that.
yeah.
When you get 2 good wrestlers in there, this will be a good stand-up fight, hopefully. There's a lot of hype behind Munoz. So if Munoz can actually beat this guy with 3 times more fight experience than him, I'll 100% sign him and bring him into the UFC.
Exciting.
This really is good. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for bringing us here.
Yeah, no problem, anytime.
And thanks for walking us through the fights, too.
I'm excited for it.
Me too. Now we're gonna go jump off cliffs, I guess. So one of the coolest spots in Hawaii, period, and in North Shore is Waimea Bay. They have cliffs there, and all the local kids and goofball tourists show up to jump off the cliffs.
I don't swim. I don't swim at all. I can't swim.
As soon as he finds out that we're cliff diving, he starts sending us texts. And that it's one of the most dangerous things in the world that you can do.
I was on YouTube trying to find a way to get out of this, thinking about all the dangers involved with jumping off of a cliff. I didn't want to do it.
So Dean Thomas can't swim, and Matt Serra's knee is a complete mess. It's like there's Jello in there or something. Matt's knee is legit messed up, and he needs surgery. You know what's one thing that's true? Dean doesn't not do anything on the show.
So this is my first time doing this shit.
And Dana said, hey, why don't you get a tattoo?
Drank the fucking snake tequila.
I always wanted to be a Tuskegee Airman. Oh my
The
God.
hottest sauce. He hasn't not done anything.
I'm trying, man.
Listen to me, when you jump in and you're underwater, this is all you have to do, is push your arms. I mean, a baby can swim back to the top by instinct.
I was really concerned about Dean Thomas with this whole cliff jumping thing. And I was telling him, man, I was like, yo, man, I'm not gonna let you do it.
Hey, you know what else is good television?
What?
You get up there and you don't do it. No. Be like a bad baby. No.
This is a long drive to not do it.
Time for I know, right?
It's gonna be mighty embarrassing when this episode comes out. I love Waimea Bay. I love it there. So I'm excited because we're done after that. It's the end of our day. It's the last thing that we're doing. So I'm gonna jump off this cliff and I'm gonna hang out at Waimea Bay all day. I couldn't be more excited, I couldn't be happier. So we start climbing up the rocks. We get to the top and it's packed.
It's not easy to get up those rocks. It's sand, but I'm just like, all right, I'm going. I found a spot, and then I just looked down, and I looked at the lifeguard, and I said, where do you want me to jump? And he said, right here.
Oh, shit. Dean, clear the rocks up, bro. Right there. Clear the rocks, Dean.
I was concerned about the guy. I mean, it's frightening enough if you know how to swim.
I took a deep breath. I didn't think twice, and I jumped.
No, get right.
As soon as I hit the water, I went down, I closed my eyes, I touched my face to make sure I was still alive, and then my feet hit the bottom. I just jumped back up as high as I could, and as I jumped up, I saw the little orange thing that the lifeguard had, and I grabbed onto it, and I said, oh, I'm still alive. I did it. I faced my fears.
Dean Thomas, I'm proud of you. But Dana said you're off the show because you didn't go to the highest point. I'm still proud of you.
all the respect in the world to Dean Thomas, who can't swim. He jumped off the fucking cliff, and he did it.
Everybody, let's hear it for Dean Thomas! He faced his fears!
Dean Thomas went first. I was gonna go next. I asked him where the highest point was. So I went to the highest point, and I made the mistake of looking down first. Oh, I looked down! Why did I look down? But looking at it from ground level, it didn't look as high as when you're up there peeking over. It is brutal when you're doing that. But, you know, my balls are legendary. So I just went out like a little chubby 5'6" Superman.
And Matt wasn't going to jump because of his knee, but he went up like a trooper, jumped off. I mean, I feel like Matt got experience doing that stuff. Like, he's so good with heights, which is weird because he's only like 5'2".
You want to go last?
Go ahead, you want to go next?
Sure. If I do this, you have to do this. You have to do this if I do this.
That's a fact. Yeah, you got a backflip.
She's so bossy.
Dana's still up there, and everybody cheering him on. Dana, 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 Dana.
There were so many people up there on the beach, on the rocks, and everybody was like trying to get me to do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I swear to God, I almost did it. The kids up on the rocks are fucking bragging on me.
Come on, you're getting sunburn up here.
And some of these kids that are jumping off these cliffs are doing some of the craziest, most insane dives you've ever seen. Oh, what the fuck? What's your name?
Genevieve?
Have you done this before?
No, but I've done from the other side.
The other side? And you're gonna do this now? Oh my God, okay. Little girls are going, come on, Dana, you can do it. Little 5-year-olds. And then they jump in front of me and go.
Hey, let's go.
Ready, they got you.
Finally, he goes, you know what? I'm going to turn around and do it on the other side of the rock. Everybody, Dana, Dana, Dana.
Do it! It was very exciting because Dana would get up and he'd walk right to the part where you're gonna jump, right to the point.
Here he comes, he's gonna do it. Oh, he looked and pulled back.
And then he'd go back and sit down.
Oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
He'd do that for like an hour.
An hour? I just got you want to show him how? I already did, but I might not.
He knows he can't go back down.
Yeah, it's bad luck.
It is bad luck to come back down?
Yeah, in this case, he walks down. He's like he said, he's walking down the walk of shame.
Yo, Dana! The new title of the show is gonna be Dana White looking for his balls.
Right, you can find him down there on the
I was telling him he can't do the walk of shame. We were singing,
Find your balls! Find your balls! Find your balls!
I was doing that believing eventually he'd jump.
Here's what's not happening. I'm not climbing down this fucking rock in front of Matt Serra. That ain't fucking happening, okay? Because I will never hear the end of this shit. I was looking down and I felt like I was on the fucking Empire State Building, man. Nothing in my brain or my body, it's fucking so hard to explain. For whatever reason, my brain was like, fuck you. We're not jumping off this fucking cliff.
We saw the sun go down. It was packed when this whole thing started, packed. And then slowly but surely, people are leaving. Kids were chanting for him. Then they're just leaving without saying goodbye.
Come on, kids!
It was fucking brutal.
Let me just put it this way. The cameramen went through 2 batteries, the sun's going down, and my producer says, we got about 4 more minutes of light. You gotta fucking jump. So I said, okay. So I literally went over and I stood with both feet on the edge of the rock.
It's pretty dark, so I can barely see him. But I think he's gotta do it now. Like, there's no turning back. It's the point of no return.
Now or never! There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow! Rock, there is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow!
100 times I said, all right, here we go. Just jump off this fucking cliff. Do it. Jump.
Let's go, brother, let's go, let's go, let's go! Don't think about it!
I can't believe that my brain will not let me fucking do this. It's fucking crazy. I think this is the first thing we've done that I gotta fucking tap out to. I think I gotta admit defeat on this one. I don't think I got this, man. Nothing was getting me off that fucking cliff.
I 100% believed he was gonna do it.
I'm coming down the wrong way.
Doing it!
Then I had to do the walk of shame.
First off, a man in that position wouldn't have went up there. He didn't need to do that. And then secondly, to walk down and be roasted by everybody, and he took it. He just said, you know what? I gotta eat it.
I had to take my lumps. I had to look like a pussy and walk back and get in the truck and drive home.
It's almost like a fighter that got into the octagon and then jumped over the fucking cage. So there's nothing, there's no positives. There's no positives in this. This is a rough one. Dana's taking it. The one positive thing I'll get out of this is that Dana's taking it like a champ.
If that was me frozen on that rock, what would you do? You would have no...
I'd fucking brutalize
You?
I know you would. I know you would.
The guy froze!
I know, I'm just saying, like...
He fucking froze!
I know, I'm just...
Throw it at him!
I jumped off the cliff.
You're too nice. It feels weird because he's right next to us.
He said right there, like, if he wasn't here, it'd be easier to roast him.
If there's gotta be a winner in this situation.
I would say, yeah, you were the winner. And I think based on circumstance, I'm taking second place.
That comes to last place.
I'm not even in last place. I had to fucking walk down the rocks. I figured if I waited long enough and it got dark, nobody could see me climbing down the rocks like a fucking bitch.
You actually look like the old UFC logo.
Hey, that was a powerful looking logo, though.
So we're going to the Dole Pineapple Plantation. I thought the pineapples grew on trees, maybe like coconuts or something. So this was actually interesting, and I'm definitely gonna learn something.
I'm not big on pineapple.
Why not? What?
I'm weird. I'm a very...
Come on. Come on. Not even fucking pineapple?
I don't eat pineapple.
You definitely don't like pineapple on his pizza.
Oh, you put pineapple on the pizza, there's a problem. Don't put no pineapple near the pizza.
I'm bringing some back and making mixed drinks tonight with them.
I like your style.
I'm not big on pineapples. I don't normally eat them. But what the hell, when in Rome? All right, let's have fun.
This is rather intimidating.
How are you?
Fine, thank you, sir. And by the way, you guys look better in person than you do in pictures.
Hey, all right.
The first thing I saw when I got to the pineapple factory was another brother.
You look just like me.
No,
exactly.
The same hat and
Exactly.
everything.
And by the way,
And he was so happy to see me.
just one quick thing about us. We've been here since 1903. Jim Dole, that's where he got the name from. We make the best commercially grown pineapple in the whole world. We're gonna take you out into the field. You're actually gonna plant some pineapple and pick some pineapple and pack the pineapple.
When do we get to eat some pineapple?
Oh, that's coming in there. So ready to go?
Yes,
All
we're
right,
ready.
cool.
Let's party.
So Kofi takes us out and he shows us how you plant pineapples.
I see your technique.
They just twist the tops off of a pineapple and replant it into the dirt, and it grows more pineapples. It's crazy.
So how many can he plant a day?
He can do about 10,000.
He does 10,000
In
a day.
good 8 to 10,000 a day.
Wow.
Holy
shit.
So we set up a contest. It was me, Matt, and Dana versus one of the experienced workers there. And we was gonna see how many we could plant in 1 minute.
On your marks, get set, and go!
The fascinating thing about the pineapple business, the guys who plant it, they said, is the hardest job to fill. It's very hard work. For some of these young kids that get good, they plant 16,000 a day.
Okay, we got 20 more seconds. Let's go, Dean. We can do this, we can do this.
You moving your arms around, you're like, and it's tiring.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop.
I need a medic.
Okay, so what's the total?
Us for a total was like 49. This guy by himself did 54.
And it was a massacre. It was brutal. He wiped us all out altogether.
Let me tell you what, I did 17, my back hurt, my arm was killing me, and I was ready for lunch.
If you're a guy, you're working here, and you plant 16,000, what do you get paid for that?
A lot of money.
There we go. You sound like me.
A lot of money.
You sound like me when people ask me about money.
Then we went out to the field where they actually harvest and they get to pick the pineapples.
All right, so they had us put on some special garb so we didn't get stabbed by the pineapples when we were walking through them. It's like something out of Breaking Bad.
These are the eyes of the pineapple.
Yeah.
The more eyes you have, the bigger the pineapple. If it's a 7, it's a 7, and 8 is a 6.
Sometimes with a decent personality, a 6 is a 9.
Yeah.
So we had to go out and find pineapples that were ripe, and we have to walk out into the pineapple field. These things are so sharp, it ripped the pants they gave me right down the inside of my leg.
Everybody grab a pineapple, or you could just grab him and twist it off. No, you got a jiu-jitsu grip, come on. Yeah,
He's got more than a jiu-jitsu grip, believe me. You don't need your family-sized bottle of lotion for this one. Just twist it right off there.
Okay, and you put this in the soil. This is like, remember what you guys were planting? Those are the slips.
Yeah.
This is the crown.
Sometimes I play just a slip.
Okay. This is for you.
Is it a diploma? Did I graduate from Dole?
Yeah. Packed by Dana White, Matt Serra, and the most beautiful person here, Din Thomas.
Yeah. So then once we planted them, we picked them, and we learned everything about the pineapple, then they cut into one.
Ooh, she like Rambo.
Fucking mind-blowing. The best pineapple I have ever had in my life.
They said because I'm the only black person to ever come out here, I can have all this pineapple.
You know, I'm excited where we're going now.
Where?
We're going to put the jetpacks on in the water. I've always seen that. I always wanted to do that. It was a hard day at work, Dean Thomas.
You ever notice we always seem to be surrounded by water?
Maybe you should put on the bucket list of things to do is learn how to swim.
Dean, nice to meet you, Dean.
Hey, how are you, man?
I'm Chad.
Matt.
How you doing?
Matt, nice to meet you.
Dean.
So I'm here, you're here, you drag me around with the hose, yeah? And I control your throttle to put you up in the air.
Dean Thomas, man, you're gonna have a good time up there like a fucking superhero.
I know that. I thought it was gonna be something you wear on your chest and you hold on and it just, moves you around and you can fly around like that. But this was different. It was on your feet.
Yeah! Here we go. Here we go! Ah, Dean Thomas!
And you had to be able to balance and get up there. Now I'm thinking, you know what, I'm gonna get up there, I'm gonna be like the Green Goblin. That shit wasn't nothing like no damn Green Goblin.
Come on, man! Use your jiu-jitsu posture! That's better. Yeah, Dean! Yeah! Yeah, Dean! Yeah! Yeah, bro! Come on, James! Come on, yeah! At first, I wasn't gonna do this thing because it only goes on your legs. And again, I got this knee issue, But I saw Dean Thomas out there, and man, it looked like fun.
All right, man, here it goes. Hold it up. You got it, watch out. Oh!
I know I got good posture from my years of, I'm a jiu-jitsu master. And I'll tell you, it didn't disappoint. It was fucking awesome. Hey, man, thanks, bro.
All right. I tell you what, it was a lot of fun to get in there and do these water activities. So I'm telling you now, going back home, I'm gonna learn how to swim. I'm telling all the brothers out there, hang around white people, learn how to swim, pet dogs. Truth.
So we went to the fights, and Max Holloway and his son, who is hilarious, came by. And Rachael Ostovich's family runs this promotion, and her dad, Rob Ostovich, has been involved in mixed martial arts for a long time. I remember him from when I used to go to fights in Hawaii back in the day.
Hawaii's known for their fighters being extremely tough, man. Legends like BJ Penn, you got the champ, Max Holloway. They're known for their toughness.
I've always remembered Hawaiian fighters to be extremely heavy-handed, so you know that when you fight a Hawaiian guy, he can fight.
Woo! There we go, come on, boys. Oh, man, he ate that like a fucking champ. The card had a lot of young, up-and-coming guys from Hawaii. Not necessarily guys we're looking for right now because they don't have enough experience. The guys that we will be looking for like the Contender Series in maybe a year or so.
Hey! Oh, there you go! Oh, Kimura! Oh, look away, little Minnie! Oh, no!
So Max Holloway's son, his name is Rush, is hilarious. This kid has personality for days.
Yo, Minnie, is that an Oreo on that? What is that? Max. What is that? Is that Oreo?
Yeah.
I gotta see if there's any gluten in here. Oh, it's gooey, no?
Oh, did you bite that and put that back?
Hey, I'm ready past the 5-second rule.
Every time that Max has a fight, Rush sits with me at my table.
You know that little pimp sits with me in Vegas, right?
Yeah, I know. He loves it.
That's awesome. The last time he was waiting for you to come out and fight, he fell asleep. He fell asleep like this on the table.
We've known each other for a while, Rush and I. I have a great relationship with him. He's awesome. So the main event, awesome fight. We had Alex Munoz, who's 5-0, undefeated, coming out of Uriah Faber's camp, versus Troy Lampson. He's 13-2, and he trains with Rashad Evans. No matter who wins this fight, I won.
It was a very well-matched fight. You know, I thought these guys both had good skills, and it might have came down to just who wanted it more.
Make him miss, make him pay.
What made this fight so good was that both fighters were very skilled in all different areas. Both of them had good punching, good kicks, good wrestling. The wrestling was neutralized, but that was because both of them were good at wrestling.
He looks good for 5 fights.
Pretty strong. I don't disagree with Faber that this kid's gonna be good someday.
Touch that jab again. Yeah.
This is his first real big pressure fight right here. See how he fucking handles it.
The question is always a 5-0 guy. How tough were the guys he fought to get to 5-0? What's he gonna do when he's under this type of pressure for the first time? All those questions were answered by Munoz, let me tell you.
1-1.
Right?
I got a 1-1.
Really good, actually.
When there's a fight that there's two guys that are like evenly matched and it's very close, some guys don't want to take no for an answer, and that's what I saw with Alex Munoz.
Lampson wanted this fight bad. He kept the pressure on, kept moving forward. Both guys looked phenomenal.
Go! Woo! Nice!
It's a fucking good round.
I tell you, Munoz might just get it out of Shurge's attitude. And I think this other kid could win.
I don't know, man.
but it was back and forth. It was so close. I mean, at times one guy had his moments, the other guy had his moments. They were going back and forth. This fight could be finished at any moment with one good shot.
What a fucking fight. Fuck yeah.
This fight was awesome. It was the perfect main event. You could tell during this fight how bad both guys wanted to win this thing.
That's a tough fight to score right there.
I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds, the judges have scored this contest for your winner by unanimous decision. Fight out of the red corner, Alex Munoz.
I think Alex Munoz is special. I think that this guy can do something in this sport. I was very impressed with this fight, with Munoz, with both guys really, and love the fight.
I like what I saw with Alex Munoz. He's in with a great camp. I don't think we've seen the last of Troy Lamson either. He showed a good skill set, and he's a young guy. I'm sure he's gonna learn from it.
Normally, I don't talk to the guy that loses. I haven't yet anyway.
Listen, you know what tonight did for you anyway? It put you on the fucking radar. I heard good things about this kid, but I wanted to see him fight somebody really fucking good and get tested. You're that guy, so we'll see what happens, all right? You lost nothing tonight other than, you know, a little bit of time. That's it.
So I just wanted to talk to him and let him know this isn't it. This isn't the end-all, be-all. I was impressed with your fight. I'm impressed with you, and maybe we'll see you down the road.
Man, I want to see.
Great fight, man. Good job, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I heard a lot of good things, man. For a guy that's only 5-0, fought a kid who's 15 fights, you look real mature, you look fucking good, man. Let's do it. Welcome to the UFC. Congrats, man. Yeah. Good job. Great fight.
Yeah, Dean! Yeah!
If you've never been to Hawaii, it's one of the greatest places on earth. You have to go. We had a blast. We did lots of cool things other than cliff jumping, or not cliff jumping. It's one of the greatest places on earth, and I saw an amazing main event, and I ended up with a guy in Alex Munoz that I think can be somebody in the UFC. So it was a great trip.